Over the past 2 years of training, recruiting, and managing 5-star sales representatives for online and in-person businesses doing anywhere from 6 to 7 figures, I've encountered, trained, and managed hundreds of sales reps, hundreds of SDRs, hundreds of closers, hundreds of appointment setters, hundreds of managers, you name it. And over these past 2 years, as you can imagine, I've encountered every single one of these sales reps, or every single personality type of a sales rep that you can imagine. I've encountered super high performers. I've encountered super low performers. I've been able to see people with amazing attitudes, and I've been able to see people with negative attitudes. I've been able to see people from all different types, all different sides of the spectrum. And today I'm going to be running you through the 3 types of people, 3 types of sales reps that you will encounter in your business as a manager or as a business owner, how you identify these people in your business, and how exactly you manage them, the people and the sales reps that you need to hold on to, like, a bucket of gold, and the people that you need to throw away immediately, send them on their way, and get them out of your business, okay? So let's jump straight into it, okay? I've broken it into 3 brackets, okay? So as we see on my iPad here, we have A, B, C players, okay? We've got A players, B players, C players, and finally we have D players, okay? And I've divided these 2 types of players into 2 brackets. I've got skill and excitement/ambition, okay? How we grade a sales rep is based on these 2 things, their skill and their ambition, and that dictates which bracket they find themselves in, okay? So for A players, an A player in your business, an A player sales rep in your business is someone that has high skill and high excitement, okay? Your A players in your business are the cream of the crop. Okay, the people that, they're just a godsend from heaven, okay? Not only are they super talented, okay, not only are they super good at what they do, but they're also super ambitious. They're also super driven, and they're the type of person that if you were to disappear for a week or for a month, you'd be fully confident in leaving this person in your business, and you'd be fully confident in their skills, in their techniques, and what they'd be able to do for you. Okay, this is someone that you'd leave into your business. You could disappear for a month, or, you could be more than comfortable with, but not being in for a morning meeting or not being in for a meeting, and trusting this person to take care of a meeting, because they embody every single thing that you'd want in your business. They're, the highest performers. Okay, they're always teaching, they're always training, they're always setting the standard. And these are the people that are just a godsend, okay? Every single business has A players, okay? You probably have A players in your business right now. You just haven't been able to dictate them, or you've probably known that this person is a superstar, but if they have high levels of skill and high levels of ambition/excitement, they're an A player. Okay, a B player is someone that has high levels of skills, but low levels of ambition/excitement, okay? So these are your people that they know what to do, okay? And from the time to time they can do it, and they're at they're on par with the A players when it comes down to skill. Okay, when it comes down to going out there, doing their job, making sales, or, whatever it is in your business, they know exactly how to do that. They've got all the information. They've been trained up very well. And this is someone who is very capable of going out there, doing a job for your business and doing a very good job. However, someone with low ambition, low greed, low excitement, and low trust, okay? This is someone that, they dictate, you never know of this person. Okay, one day they'll come in, do an amazing job, they'll be super pumped up. The next day they'll come in, be super low energy. There won't be an impact. There won't be someone that you'd want, someone new in your business to learn from. And, some days they'll come in and be a cancer to your business, but then some days they'll come in and be the best thing you've ever had. Okay, that is a B player, okay? A B player is someone that you don't have anywhere near as much as trust in them as you do in the A player. Okay, you would not feel comfortable at all with leaving your business in this person's hands for a week, for a day, let alone a week, okay? These are the type of person that, they know what to do. However, sometimes they just don't do it. And this isn't someone that, you can see long-term progression in your business, as they're just not consistent, okay? A C player is someone with high levels of ambition, excitement, and greed to get good. However, low levels of skill. So this is someone, normally people that are super new in your business, they're super excited to learn. They're super excited to get good at their job. They're super excited to perform. They're asking all the questions. They're doing all the right stuff. They're going up and above. They're putting in the extra mile every single day. However, their skill is a low because they haven't got that experience yet. They haven't got that know-how, they haven't learned it yet, but with right time and with right training, they will have high skill and they will have high ambition. Okay, these C players, these are the people that start in your business that will turn into your A players, okay? These 3 players are the people that you can see long-term trust in, you like them, you like what they're about, you get along with them super well. These are the type of people that, you will be able to see success with. And it's funny because sometimes your B players will start off as C players. Sometimes your B players in your business will start off as C players. They'll come into your business with high ambition, high excitement, and low skill. However, as they build up the skill, their excitement, their ambition, and their productivity in the business decreases. But 9 times out of 10, your C players are the people that start off with high ambition, high excitement, high ambition, however low skill, but then progress into your A players. And finally, your D players are the people with low skill and low ambition and excitement, okay? And as a business owner watching this right now, we've all encountered our fair few D players. These are the people that aren't good at what they do. They're not trying to get good at what they do. And as a business owner, you should know what to do with these people. These people shouldn't last more than a couple of days in your business as they're not doing anything. They're either, in your business, someone is either boosting up the culture or harming the culture. And these are people right here that are lowering the culture. And these are people that are not an impact to your business. And these are people that you need to get rid of immediately. Otherwise, they will spread like a cancer. So now we know what, for 4 types, excuse my handwriting. Now we know what the 4 types of people are in your business. Here is the code of conduct when it comes down to managing them, okay? So A players. A players in your business deserve every single bit of your time. They're your number 1 priority, okay? Every single thing you do, every single meeting, every single event, every single incentive needs to be aimed at your A players. As these are the people that are going to cause your business the most growth. These are the people that are going to grow the most in your business. And these are people that are going to make your life so much easier. And these are the people that are eventually going to replace you, take your spot as you progress into that CEO, that proper manager, that proper business owner that has loads of different departments in your business. These are the people that are going to drive your business forward and be, a key factor in what scales your business to those 7, 8, even 9 figures, okay? These are the people that, they'll drive the business. They're absolute superstars. They're absolute studs. And therefore, they deserve all of your time, okay? You need to be spending the time. You need to be spending the most time with these people, giving them your all. You need to be planning everything around them, making sure they're constantly progressing, making sure they constantly feel welcome and they constantly feel like they're going to grow in your business, as these are the people that, you do not want to lose, okay? You don't want to lose these people, as these are the people that they're very hard to find, okay? They're very hard to find. However, you can definitely build people into A players. However, they need to constantly just be your number 1 focus, okay? If you're not focusing on them, what are you doing, okay? Why are you focusing on your B players? Why are you focusing on your D players? These are the only people that you need to focus on. And you cannot fall into the trap of prioritizing anyone else other than your A players, as at the end of the day, it's not going to be good for your business. Focus on the people that are top performing. Focus on the people that are doing well, as these are the people that you want to stick in your business. Okay, and then we've got B players. And I'll be honest, your B players, okay, most people fall into the trap of not spending as much time with their A players, but trying to focus all of their time on their B players, trying to figure out, how can I motivate this person? How can I turn this player into an A player? Okay, and what you need to decide is, I've worked with tons of managers, tons of people doing 8 to 9 figures. And the key theme that I've learned for them is that you can't motivate someone, okay? I've spent years trying to figure out how I'm going to motivate someone that's not doing well. If someone's not cut out for your business, if someone's not doing a good job, they need to go. Okay, if someone's not, motivated, you're wasting time and you're taking away from, valuable time that you can be putting into other things and other people in your business by trying to motivate them, okay? People have to be internally motivated and they have to want to do well in your business. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time, okay? So B players are your last priority. They literally know what to do, okay? You shouldn't waste time motivating these people. They're lazy, they're selfish, but they're capable. Okay, so when these people call your phone, you should barely answer, okay? If an A player calls your phone and a B player calls your phone, you need to answer that A player's phone straight away. You need to answer that call straight away to that A player, as at the end of the day, they're going to grow your business. Your B players are the people that they've got all the tools, they've got all the access, and they can be an A player if they truly want to. However, if they're not, you should not be wasting your time with these guys, okay? You can't care more about their goals than people care about them. You can't care more about someone's goals than they care about their goals themselves, okay? So you need to keep your B players away from everyone, as it's very easy for your A players and your C players to get Jones affected by these people. It's very easy for your B players to rub off on, your top performers the wrong way and turn them into B players. If anything, you need to isolate those B players away from the other people in your business. You need to let them do their thing. You need to let them do a good job, okay? And you need to let them do their own thing, okay? You need to obviously focus on their development, help them when you can. However, they're always your last priority, okay? You never want to spend too much time with these people, as it will take time away from valuable people that you can spend your time with. Your C players. Your C players are the people that want to learn. They want to get better. So you know what this makes your C players? This makes your C players your #second priority. Okay, if anything, you want to give your C players as much attention as you do your A players. As like I said, your C players are going to be the people that are going to progress into your A players. So if you want to progress as much A players as possible, you also need to focus on the people that are showing the most potential. And that's why whenever it comes to meetings, whenever it comes to team nights or taking people out, you need to be spending your time training these guys, giving them all of the development, being on, hours and, hours of calls with them. As like I said, these are the people that they've got the ambition, they've got the excitement, and they're going to be really good in your business. However, they just don't have the skill yet. You need to give them a lot of time. Okay, you need to make them almost they need to be your number one priority alongside your A players. And you need to do whatever you can, and you need to do whatever it takes to make these people and give these people all of the progression that they need to become an A player, because that will be for the greater good of your business. Okay, they are your future A players. And your D players, I mean, it's as simple as you need to fire them. Okay, D players, they stand for dickhead. Okay, your D players, your dickheads, they need to go urgently. If someone's showing any sign of being a D player, you need to have that conversation with them. You need to show them, listen, at the end of the day, if you do not step your shit up, you will be leaving. I have no time to spend with you. Okay, you need to, you can't spend time with your D players. It shouldn't even be a thought of spending time with them, because like I said, that's time that's going away from the C players and the A players. Okay, now, in your business, you need to understand that, people and, you need to when you're a leader, you're managing emotions all the time. Okay, so you need to understand that, okay, sometimes these D players, these A players, these B players, sometimes they can filter in between. Sometimes someone can be an A player, sometimes someone can be a C player. Sometimes, people can filter out. No one is going to be perfect 100% of the time. However, you need to get really good, and it comes with time. As a business owner, as a manager, you need to get really good with filtering out the good ones, filtering out the people with the most success, filtering out the people with the most potential, and choosing who you spend your time with wisely. As a business owner, your time is currency, and you cannot be spending your currency on people that aren't just going to be good for the business. Okay, so A players, priority; B players, last priority; C players, second priority; D players, get rid of them. Okay, because it's very easy for your C players and for your B players if you expose them to the wrong people, if you expose them to the wrong environments, it's very easy for them to go down the path and either turn into B players or worse, turn into D players. Your D players are cancers in your business, and you need to get rid of them immediately. Okay, if you follow this simple technique, if you follow this simple structure, and you need to get into the habit of grading your sales reps, grading your employees, get into the habit of every single week sitting down, seeing who's an A player, who's a B player, who's a C player, who's a D player, as that will give you so much more clarity going off of this script of who you need to spend the most time with. Now you know who you need to spend the most time with. Now you know who's going to be the most useful to your business and who's going to be a cancer to your business. You have the ability to filter out and delegate your time usefully. Follow this structure like a Bible, and your business will see the most success it's ever been. Okay, if you're looking for more A players, if you're looking for more people to drive your business, book a call down below. Okay, talk to me, book a personal one-to-one call with me, and we will literally we'll create a whole battle plan, a whole step-by-step plan of, hey, how we can progress A players into your business, how we can implement, hire, train, and manage these A players, and how we can make sure that your sales department is completely taken care of, okay? At the end of the day, business and sales is all about people. If you have the right people in your business will drive. If you're currently looking to build your sales team, if you're currently looking to manage your sales team, we'll sit down, audit your entire sales department, see what needs to change, see what needs to, be improved, see what you need to focus on, and we'll make sure that you have all the tools you need, okay, to make sure that you can scale your sales department into a 6-7 figure operation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram, like this, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys soon.